Morning everybody, are you sitting comfortably? We're going to talk about the real heroes today. I mean the real heroes. This is a wee bit of a different format to me, so I'll try and get my bearings. I'm at Skinny Golf Course today. Absolutely wonderful, beautiful weather. I'm going to sit in the shade because I've got my glasses off and I really can't see anything. And as you'll probably know, some of this is scripted. So, because you'll just get the ramblings of an old man. That's really what it comes down to. And you don't really want to hear that. Morning, Andrea. So finding the real heroes. When I talk about finding the real heroes, this is what I really mean. Morning, Francis. The day-to-day people that go out every day, day in, day out, and are willing to do what it takes for the benefit of others and not for themselves. The category of person that it's not about people or money or power or the number of followers on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Morning, David. It's the people that wear the uniforms and the badges, the coats and the stethoscopes, members of the military and the law enforcement that are prepared to put their life on the line. I mean, you know what I mean. The list is endless. The unsung heroes that deserve everyone's respect. Morning, Julie. I remember my first introduction to my real hero, my dad. As a wee boy, I used to wait every night at the front door and waiting on him coming home. I was probably about 5 years old. One night he didn't appear and my mum sat me down to say that he's had an accident and he's in hospital. I really didn't understand the full implications of what happened, but I was told he'd be in for a while. I was only 5 years old and literally devastated and sobbed my wee heart out. I can vividly remember it. 5 years old. Morning, Heather. He'd been up a ladder and fallen off from a great height, so much so that he'd smashed his ankles to smithereens. All the doctors in the hospital said that basically he would never walk again, and even his friend, Dr. Hazelton. I remember he had just bought a new 6-berth caravan so we could all spend time together as a family, and it had to be sold off because he was going to have to come to terms that he'll never be able to walk again. He ran his own business, which relied on his ability to perform. And this would have massive implications as well. This is maybe why I got into property investing as well. I really saw the benefit of having a residual income outside of and it wasn't based on my ability to perform. So that's why I probably became a landlord. It was one of the first vivid memories I remember of that. As I was young, I didn't really know what was happening, but it wasn't good news. However, what happened next will stick with me forever. He declared to the doctors that he'll walk again and nothing will stop him. They probably didn't believe him, as there was nothing left of his ankle bones and there wasn't much hope. I vividly remember watching him get out of his wheelchair in the back garden every single day and balancing himself between the garden wall and the coal bunker while he went through agonising pain trying to walk again. I could see on his face the pain and the struggle he was going through, but what he didn't realise is the lesson he was teaching me. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. All our children are watching us at times, and more than likely they'll mimic what we see that we are doing in later life. So please make sure you're a massive inspiration on them. Anyway, back to my dad, the miracle man. He defied all the odds and walked, and the doctors stood in disbelief. To this day, his ankles still aren't quite right, as they're a combination of numerous broken bones fused together. He still has pain all the time, but what you find is your body adapts and assumes a higher level of tolerance and threshold of pain over time. You could be a victim or a victor. I always want to be the latter. For me, that was probably the most defining moment in my early life that showed me anything was possible after seeing that. I remember when I was being interviewed for the RAF and they asked me to sign the contract. It was a declaration that you'd agree to give your life for your queen and country, if needed. This was a big commitment. This was a real serious thing. You know, you had to think about it. I did a lot of soul searching before I agreed. I mean, the commitment to say you're prepared to die for your country, to protect others. And I've got so much respect for the forces because of this. I never went on to join the RAF, but that's another story. I looked up the word hero in the dictionary, and it says a person who is admired for their courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. Some of today's heroes are Captain Sir Thomas Moore, who fought in several wars, including the Second World War, but also raised over £30 million for the NHS charities during the COVID pandemic. The Olympian Mo Farah, who inspires so many people to keep active while running his own charity, to give back to so many others. Tony Robbins, the author, the coach, the motivational speaker, whose charity feeds 100 million people a year. That's amazing. 100 million people a year. Put that in perspective. His charity, that's unbelievable. A true giver. The footballer David Beckham, who inspires so many young people all over the world, is a huge giver. Have you noticed a pattern yet? All these people are true givers. They've never been known for selfish acts and taking from others. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on who your true heroes are. So please let me know in the comments below. And can you share this post, just in case it could help someone else you don't even know yet. They may need it more than you think. If we look back at our true heroes' lives, you'll probably find it didn't happen for them overnight. They often worked or trained extremely hard to get where they are today, and it really didn't come easy. They've also gone through the high and low points. The low points are important. You have to understand the price you have to pay, and you'll either have to pay it now or you'll pay it later. But at some point in time in your life, you'll pay a price for where you want to be. Remember this phrase: without a struggle, there can be no victory. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.